Let's make a quick, simple, delicious barbecue chicken dinner. I hope y'all are having a great day today, and if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this here recipe. How many of you love chicken wings? You love chicken wings, just like we do here at the Young's house. And today I'm going to show you how to barbecue them. Quick, simple, and so much fun. Anybody you feed these to, they're going to absolutely love them. They're going to be crispy, and they're going to have your favorite barbecue sauce on them. So you need some chicken wings, your favorite barbecue sauce, and alongside I'm making up just a small batch of baked beans. It's just Tuesday, so I'm not going all out, but you want something to stick to your bones and be nice and hearty, right? And then I'm going to make up some macaroni and cheese. Okay, you're going to need some spices for the chicken, and I'm going to be using some all-purpose flour. I have, for my baked beans, I'll be using sugar. I'm going to use Chinese 5-spice and some cinnamon in my baked beans. And for the chicken, I got the salt, the pepper, the garlic, the onion powder, the paprika, a little bit of parsley flakes to garnish it to make it look nice and gorgeous. And the oil that I'm using is vegetable oil. Make sure your hands are clean. Let's make a quick dinner. First thing we're going to do, let's get started with the quick, simple, delicious baked beans that's not going to take us any time to make. 1 can of beans, or however many you're going to need. Okay, and I'm going to put some sugar in there. Not enough to make it too sweet, but I want it to be sweet. When I have baked beans, I want sweetness. There's some people that make savory baked beans, and that's not for me. Now, I'm not going all out and putting the bacon and the sausage in here. Not today. It's just a Tuesday, and we're just going to whip this thing up. So what I just put in here was the sugar, the Chinese 5-spice, and some cinnamon. Get it turned on low. Let's go ahead and make up some macaroni. My water has already begun to boil. Anytime I'm making noodles, potatoes, or rice, I salt the water to give that some flavor. Okay, let's mix them around. I'm only going to cook these noodles for 11 minutes. They're going to be nice and al dente, and then I'm going to go in with some butter and 2 packets of cheese sauce. The first thing we're going to do, let's go ahead and season up this chicken and give it some good flavor. But before we do that, I want to show you something that I like to do. I don't like chicken wings that has this part, just the flapping in the wind, right? So here's what I do. I take it and I push it behind it just like so. If you see any feathers, just pluck them out, and it's super easy, okay? And then we'll come back and season. Let's go ahead and season up our chicken. Don't be afraid to season. Give it some great flavor. I'm going right in with some black pepper, oh yeah. And then I'm going to go in with onion and garlic powder, and on purpose, I'm using a nice amount. Like, I want that flavor to shine through with these lovely wings that we're making. I'm going to put some paprika on, a little bit of salt. I always like to tell everybody, if you can't use salt, it's okay to leave it out. Let your loved ones, season it theirself. Okay, beautiful. Let's get our paprika, and then we're going to flip them over and do the same thing with the other side. We're going to season the other side, and we'll do it together. All right, beautiful. And just like this, but in the meantime, I have my oil heating up behind me on the larger stove. And I like to go like halfway up the pan with my oil. Me personally, when I'm frying chicken, I like to make sure I have enough oil to give my chicken room to kind of float up in the pan. If you're using a shallow amount of oil, the chicken doesn't have room to float up in the pan. It just stays on the bottom, and the chicken will get burnt. It'll have a dark color that I'm not looking for, right? Because when I think about fried chicken, I want a nice light golden brown color. I want it fried hard, of course, but I want a golden brown color that I'm going to love. I don't want it to get too dark because it sat at the bottom. So that's my whole purpose for putting a nice amount of oil into my pan. Beans smell absolutely amazing. I'm getting ready to turn them off. If you wanted to put like some bacon or some sausage in there, I'm always going to suggest that you get it nice, beautiful, golden brown and crispy, and then break it up into your beans. Or same way with the sausage. If it's a smoked sausage, give it a nice pan sear and then throw it into your beans. In the meantime, these spices have sat onto the chicken for about 10 minutes. We're going to give it a nice dredge like this, and then you always shake it off like that before it goes into the oil. Super important. What are y'all having for dinner? I want to know. I want to know all the details of what you're having, what you would make on a Tuesday like today. Freezing cold outside. Ice is everywhere. My whole front door is covered in ice that we cannot get rid of. It's freezing, and this weather is absolutely wild where I live at. Do you hear me? I want to know what your weather's like. What are you eating today? Go ahead and get some chicken right into that oil. And look at that. That sizzle right there means we are moving in the right direction. The oil's hot enough, but it's not too hot. I'm going to cook these until the internal temperature is 165 degrees. They're going to be golden brown on the outside, juicy and supple and flavorful on the inside. One thing I absolutely love, I love cooking. Cooking is like it's embedded in me, you know, and every time I get behind this island, get ready to turn that camera on and start cooking, I'm enjoying every bit of it. It's just what I love. I love cooking for people and just giving them something to enjoy. And hearing the enjoyment when they eat my food, that's what I live for. Absolutely I do. I'm putting 2 packets of cheese sauce in here, right? And then I'm gonna put, this is about 3 tablespoons of butter. It's a nice sweet cream butter that's delicious. A little bit of milk, you know the box. They tell you just put the cheese sauce in. Don't do that. Put just some milk and some butter in there, right? Make that thing taste good. And then put some parsley flakes in it so it can be gorgeous. This sound right here, I live for this sound. Yes. Taste the beans. I am so hungry, y'all. I am hungry. I'm going to taste these beans. Oh, my goodness. The whole house smells like fried chicken. We're going to make our way back there to the larger stove. Check in on that chicken and see what it's looking like. Let's see. Mmm. Delicious as promised. Oh, yeah. Let's kind of just move our chicken around just a little bit. You never want to do that too early because you'll take off all that crust that you work so hard for. But once it cooks for at least 10 to 15 minutes, then you can go in and kind of move everything around. It's calling my name too. I'm frying up some chicken. I'm always looking for hard. You ever heard of hard fried? That's how my husband tells me he wants it. He said, baby, can you fry it? Can you fry it hard fried? Absolutely. And that right there is going to give you the most flavor when you think of a good crispy chicken. Look at this. Oh my goodness. And now we're going to coat it in your favorite barbecue sauce. Whether you're making a homemade barbecue sauce or you're using the kind that comes out of the, you know, the jar like I'm doing, it's going to be delicious regardless because you season your chicken to perfection. Sometimes what my family will do to me is once they see the chicken nice and cooked, they'll say, oh, okay. They'll say, leave some of it like that. They'll say, and then coat some of it in barbecue sauce. So I kind of do like half and half, you know. All right. But there's one thing that's super important. Make sure that you heat your barbecue sauce up. You never want to take your hot, crispy fried chicken, right, and then dunk it into some cold barbecue sauce, right? Make sure that it's always hot. It just works out right, and it helps to keep the temperature, you know, of the chicken what it's supposed to be, right? You don't want to take the temperature of the chicken down. I'm going to put this in the microwave. I'll be right back. Let's get our chicken right into the sauce, and don't be afraid to dunk it. If this is barbecue chicken, that's what you want it to look like. Are you kidding me? Let's do all of them. We're going to make a plate. You're going to get that first bite. Yeah, you are. Do a couple more. I was really thinking about making up some lovely cornbread, but I said, no, I ain't going to do it. Maybe I'll make up some cornbread this weekend with a nice big pot of greens. I'm wanting some mustard greens. I'm wanting some collard and mustard greens. That sounds absolutely amazing. I don't know what I'm going to make with it. But greens and cornbread right now sounds amazing. Yes, it does. Ooh, I'm all excited. Is your mouth watering? Tell me that. Is your stomach a rumbling? If so, I don't blame you. It should be. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell your family and friends about Gina Young, what I'm doing every single day in this kitchen. And Father, on today, we thank you for this meal, your hedge of protection and your mighty love. Amen. Amen. Once again to my prayer. Stay tuned. You're going to make up the plate. So let's do it. A little bit of macaroni. Right there, nice, creamy and dreamy. Just because you're making macaroni, it's so funny. Everybody's like, Gina, well, how come you don't make baked macaroni? I do. But on a Tuesday, do you really want to? I want to do all that. When I got boxed macaroni right there in the cabinet, it's promised to be good. It's always good, right? Sure it is. Not on a Tuesday. It's too many other things to do. Instead of getting in that kitchen and make a big pan of baked macaroni, when maybe I can do it on the weekend or the holiday or somebody's birthday. You know, you get the gist. But it's people out there that says that. Yeah, they do. No, and they ain't making a big pot of nothing. That's the people that's commenting, right? Look at this. Whee! Oh, everyone looks delicious. Yes. Taste it. I'm not going to taste it right now. I want to sit down with my family. I want to relax. I want to take my house shoes and socks off, put a house coat on, and then I'm going to sit down and eat. I love y'all. Until tomorrow, good night.